Hello, I'm Emma, and I'm here to tell you about the gun that started it all. Raven Arms' shocking secret. Raven Arms was a firearms manufacturer established in 1970 by firearms designer George Jennings. The Gun Control Act of 1968, prohibiting the importation of inexpensive handguns, prompted Jennings to design the MP-25, .825 caliber semi-automatic pistol, and enter the firearms business. Raven has been referred to as the original Ring of Fire company, a term describing companies known for producing inexpensive Saturday night special handguns. Raven kept manufacturing costs to a minimum by building their guns from injection-molded zamak, a zinc alloy. Let's delve into the origins of Raven Arms and their mysterious beginnings. Before Jennings developed the MP-25, a friend who owned a pawn shop that sold firearms complained to Jennings that his supply of inexpensive imported handguns, typically made by Ruhrm Gesellschaft, had been cut off due to the Gun Control Act of 1968, resulting in a significant loss of sales. At the time, Jennings operated a machine shop that made parts for Southern California aerospace companies. Jennings established Raven Arms to produce the first Raven, the P-25 for his friend, and over the next 20 years, the company sold approximately 2 million variations of the pistols. The first variation of the Raven had a large button sliding safety on the side and was manufactured in Baldwin Park, California. The second variation changed the safety to a smaller sliding safety, but retained the designation of P-25 and was manufactured in Industry, California, as were all other subsequent Ravens. The third variation changed the design of the pistol slide serrations and was designated the MP-25. The fourth and final variation of the pistol removed the sliding safety and changed it to an upward-moving disc safety and retained the designation MP-25. In parallel with this growth, gun control advocates started pushing legislation in Washington, in state capitals, and in city councils to ban inexpensive weapons. In November 1991, a fire destroyed the Raven Arms factory. Jennings retired and sold his designs to Phoenix Arms. Phoenix was owned in equal shares by Jennings's ex-wife, his children, 4 of his grandchildren, and by Raven's former general manager. Phoenix continued to produce the MP-25 as the model Raven, and introduced a magazine safety disconnect, which rendered the pistol unable to fire without a magazine inserted. Phoenix was run under the management of Jennings's son Bruce, and developed additional 22 and 25 caliber pistols, called the HP-22 and HP-25. The story of firearms begins with a mysterious weapon, and now we delve into the origins of the Raven Arms' shocking secret. The MP-25 can hold 625 ACP rounds in the magazine, plus 1 in the chamber, and is finished in chrome, satin, nickel, or black. The grips can be either wood or imitation mother-of-pearl handles. There is a similar model called the Raven Arms P-25. Both have similar blowback and envelope designs and are essentially identical firearms. Early models have a sliding bar safety that will not allow the pistol to chamber a round or cock the striker if the safety is not in the fire position when the slide is pulled back. Later models have a push-up safety that will not allow the action to be cycled at all when engaged. The firing pin also acts as the ejector. It protrudes from its hole when the slide nears the end of its rearward travel, contacting the spent case and sending it up and out of the pistol. The gun's fixed sights are cast into the top of the slide. The trigger pull is fairly stiff, at about 8 pounds 6 ounces. There are conflicting views on the MP-25. Critics refer to it by the pejorative term, Saturday night special, as it is both easily concealed and affordable enough that the poor can afford to purchase it. Some advocates of the pistol say that it is reliable, despite its low cost. Association of Firearm and Tool Mark Examiners, AFTE, reported that a Phoenix Arms model Raven with an altered or damaged sear tip discharged unintentionally when the safety was moved, off after the trigger had been pulled with the safety on. An MP-25 was used in the April 24, 1998 Parker Middle School dance shooting. The shooter shot 2 teachers, 1 fatally, and 2 students with his father's pistol. Serial killer Robert Lee Yates shot his victims with 2 MP-25 seconds. Mark Orrin Barton used an MP-25 and several other handguns in his killing spree in Atlanta and Stockbridge, Georgia, on July 29, 1999, before killing himself. The MP-25 had been purchased from a pawnshop by someone else in 1991. Jose Angel Ramos Betts, perpetrator of the Colegio Cervantes shooting, used an MP-25 and a Glock 22, killing a teacher and wounding another teacher along with 5 other students, before taking his own life. The assailant wore a white t-shirt that read Natural Selection and pants with black suspenders, referencing Eric Harris, one of the perpetrators of the Columbine High School massacre. Days later, the grandfather of the shooter were arrested and charged with homicide by neglect in leaving his guns where a child could access them. He was later investigated for possible money laundering and tax evasion. It was later revealed that he had been working with Argentine drug lord Mario Roberto Segovia. Mysterious firearms legacy reveals a disturbing truth about Raven Arms.